Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, it is about to get so super special in here. Y'all stay tuned. So, for those of you who stopped by to watch this video or just to check out the channel because you may have heard about it, welcome and thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you deciding to spend some of your time with me. And for those of you who stop by day after day, but you haven't quite yet committed to subscribing, go ahead, hit that subscribe button because we are doing some amazing things on this channel. We are introducing new techniques, new materials, new ways of just looking at paper crafting in general. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button because I can tell you every day about 42% of the people watching my videos are not subscribers. So come on guys, get on board. I would love to have you as a part of this online crafting family. And guys, remember I said it was about to get super special? Well, it is, because today we are going to make these awesome little file folders. In a previous video, I showed you how I cut my tabs when I need a tab insert. Well, today we're going to take that a step further because we are going to take the tab process and use it to create what tabs usually appear on most, which are file folders. So we are going to be making file folders, but they're not just any old file folders. These file folders are going to be perfect for a variety of things. I am using this as a way of just sending small greetings. I have got this little mini book in here that I can write a little note in. I have got some cut aparts that I can also journal on. I can include a gift card in here. I can include a photo in here. This is a great way to stay connected during a time in which we are all just too doggone isolated. We can connect through the craft of paper crafting. We can connect in so many ways in written form. We can bring that art form back. So you can definitely write a little note, drop it in the mail, give it to a friend, family member, or coworker. What I have done here is I have created a series of file folders for the different holidays. I'm in the process of making some for Easter and Valentine's Day. So this will be a set that will have these little file folders in it for all occasions, which makes it a perfect gift. And then we're going to create this awesome little holder, perfect for sitting on the desk, in your office, in the kitchen. If you wanted to use these as recipe card folders, perfect for that. Or you could take the folders out and you know what? You could take this and put face towels in it and place it in your bathroom. You could take this and you could place tall toiletries in it, even small toiletries. Totally up to you. So many different ways that we can use this. Today we're using it to hold mini file folders, but change the papers, change the process, and this becomes truly any season, any reason, any gender. Y'all know what time it is. It is time to make it. Okay guys, so let's start out by making these super simple little file folders, and they are going to be so easy to make. So what I'm starting with is a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, and mine is decorated with snowmen on one side, stripes on the other, and I am going to trim this down to 8 3/8. But don't throw your scrap away because we'll use it. Then I'll turn it to the 12-inch side and I am going to trim it to 6. So this means that you'll be able to get 2 file folders from one 12 by 12 inch piece. And so now we're going to score. So on the 8 3/8 inch side, we're going to score at 3/8 of an inch. And then we're going to score at 4 3/8. And I'm going to go ahead and just score both of these. So that's 3/8 of an inch and at 4 3/8. And then I am going to fold and burnish that center line, but not the line but not the score here at the top. So I want one of these going in the opposite. So I'm going to have 2 file folders, one that will look like this and one that will look like this. So now we're going to follow the process that I demonstrated the other day on how to make a tab, but by doing that fold, we are creating our own file folders. So for me, all I'm going to do is just eyeball where I want to make my cut, and then I will just cut. And what I'll do is take that little bit and fold it in just like that. I'll take my glue and just run a little bit of glue so I can keep that stuck, and we'll get that piece stuck. Now you can see I have created my own one-of-a-kind file folder. We're going to do the same thing over here, but this time, because I do want these staggered, I want the tabs to stagger, I'm going to place the one that I just did up against the one that I now want to cut. And all I'm going to do, I'll need to make 2 cuts this time. So this one ends right here. So I'll come in where that one ends, and I'll angle to where I have a little V right here. And then I'll slide over as far as I want to go, and I'll make another cut in, just like that. So now I can take this, and I can take these 2 pieces here and just fold them in, place down my glue, and y'all, we have some very easy peasy little file folders. So now my tab is there. So when I start making these and I want the tabs to stagger, that's the process that I use to get them to stagger. Okay, so now that we have our tabs cut and we have them staggered, I am going to bring this sheet back in because I want to cut out a nice little piece to go along the top here. So I am going to trim out a 1-inch strip, and I'll be using that to go along the top of the file folders. So then I'll take that 1-inch strip and I'm going to cut it into 2 strips of 6 inches. And then I'm going to score this at 1/2 inch. And I'll just fold this in half, fold this one in half, and I am going to take this one and place it across the top of this file folder just for some contrast. So I am going to use just a little glue, not a whole lot. I'll place this down. And I'll use my little baby spatula. We'll get that stuck. And now we'll have a really cute finish to the top. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. I am going to take my glue, place some glue on my little 1 by 6 inch strip that I have folded in half. So I will take this piece and we're going to place it right here at the top. We'll get this piece stuck. And now we have these 2 really cute little file folders. And this is all that we have left of our 12 by 12 inch sheet, but we're going to use most of this. So we are going to have almost 0 waste on that piece of 12 by 12 inch paper. So now what we're going to do is we are simply going to decorate these sweet little file folders, and I am going to do some very simple decorations, guys. I am going to use my stickers, and that is how I am going to decorate. I'm going to take this sticker, and I actually cut off a little more than I really want to use on this part of the project. So I am going to reduce that in size just a little. Then I'm going to take this and place it in the center, or as close to the center as I can get it. Then I'm going to take this little sticker here that says Cozy Blanket, Snuggle, Warm, Hot Chocolate, Mittens, and place it right there. And that is just how simply I am going to decorate this sweet little outside cover. Now when I come to the inside, I want to take some of my cut aparts and use them on the inside as inside decorations. So I'm going to take my tape runner, place some tape on the back. You can use your double-sided tape, tear tape. You could even glue this down if you want. I am simply going to use my tape runner. Then I'm going to take this piece, and I think that I want my words going in this direction. So I am going to take this piece, try to get it placed down even, or as even as I can. And then I'll flip it over, and if I have any overhang, which I do, I am just going to come in with my finger blade and just trim off that excess overhang. Looks like I have a little bit on this side as well. So let me come in and just clean that up. And by adding that 4x6 piece, we really are making this so much more sturdier than it was when it was just a lightweight piece of 12x12 decorative cardstock. So now what I want to do is I am going to take some of this leftover, and we are going to turn it into just a little pocket. So I am just going to trim away a little. I'm not measuring, but if you need to measure, we know that this is about 4 inches wide, so your piece would be about 4 inches. So I am going to take this piece, and I am going to use a portion of it. I don't want all of it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take this, and I am going to cut down like that, because I want my pocket to look like that. So now that I have it cut, I need to take my glue, and when I place my glue, I'm going to place it this way and this way. So I will take my glue. So I'm going to place some glue here and some glue right here. And then I'll take this, and I'm going to place it right about there. I'll use my baby spatula to get that stuck. Now I'm going to come back with a little sticker, and we're going to place a sticker right here. And because I want mine to open like this, then my snowmen are sideways. But if you wanted yours to open like this, then your directional pattern would be going in the right direction. But I am okay with how this is looking. So now that we have this, all I'm going to do at this point is I think I want to put just a little something right there at the top. And I am just going to say, Happy Winter. And then I have some cut aparts. And I am just going to take my cut aparts and tuck them in just like that. And then I'm going to take this, and I am going to make myself just a quick little booklet. So all I'm going to do is eyeball and cut this in half, because I want to get at least 2 booklets from those scraps, one for the other one. And I just eyeballed that trim, guys, because we're using scrap, and I am not going to be focused on measuring the scrap pieces. I am just going to try to start using my scrap as I accumulate it to kind of keep it under control. So now that we have this little piece here, I am just going to take, something cute and put that on the front. So then I am going to take this little sticker here that says winter is here. And then I have this little piece that is a scrap that I had left over from another project. I trimmed it, and all I'm going to do is add some tape to the back, and we'll get it stuck. Then I'm just going to take one of these cute little snowflakes, place it right there at the bottom. When we close this, I'll take another one of those little birds, place it on the back, and I'll tuck that in. So if you wanted to put a gift card in here, then you could definitely just tuck that card in, and you could write just a quick little message on the inside. But if you are making any type of a journal and you want an insert, perfect for that. So let's do our other folder, because that is super, super cute. So we have our snowmen, and I think on the snowmen I am going to use some of that border, but this time I'm going to place it closer to the bottom, and I am going to trim off that little excess, because now I am going to come back with this sweet larger snowman, place him right there, and then I am going to take this little sticker that says "Snow Much Fun," which is really a cute play on words, and just place that right there. How sweet is that? So now we have our outside done. We are going to open the inside, and this time I want to use this one because this is a leftover piece from a sheet that I was working with, and I really don't want that cut apart to go to waste. So I am going to use it on this project, even though it is not from the same kit. So I am just going to add my tape. We're going to take this piece, get it stuck down, and if you wanted, you could even put a pocket on this side as well, but I am only adding my pockets to this side. All right, guys, so I want to make a pocket for this side, but that little piece that I had left over when I cut this pocket, it was a little too tiny for me. So I have a leftover cut apart that I am going to use as my pocket. But what I want is I am simply going to just cut this down just a little bit because it is bigger than I want. So I am just going to come across and trim it. And let's see if I want that to work. And I think that that will be fine, but I am going to have to trim off just a little bit of the end here. Try not to get any of my word. So this time I am going to just leave it whole like this, because not only do I want the words here, but I like having the snowman with the little head peeking up. So I'll be putting my glue on 3 sides. And again, I am just using what I have, piecing together scraps to make this project, because I don't want to cut up a new sheet and create even more scraps. So now that I have that laying right there, I use my spatula to get it nice and stuck. And I do have this piece here that I can now fold into my little booklet, and we'll be tucking that right in there. Then I am going to choose just a couple of my cut aparts, place those cut aparts right in there. And I don't need to put a sticker there because I have all of that wording, but I do think that I am going to put something right at the top that says winter is here. So I am going to take this little book, I am going to trim away some of this, and I am going to make this little piece here my journal spot. And it'll be one of those journal spots where you aren't saying much, but you are saying enough. So I am going to take that, put that right there. Then I'm going to take that, place it right there. Use one of my stickers, and I think I'll use this little snowflake right there. Put that there. Then I am going to place something right there. I think I'm going to go with Chill Out. And on the back, we are going to keep it very simple because we have the little snowman, so I don't want to put too much on it. But I am on the front of this one, I am going to place Hot Chocolate Weather close to the bottom. And then on this one, I'm just going to leave the back blank because the snowman is very decorative all by himself. So now when we tuck that in, we have another beautiful, beautiful file folder, card, file folder, insert, file folder, quick recipe book. Let's say you're making one of those jarred cookie Christmas gifts where you put the flour, the chocolate chips, all the dry goods in a jar, and that's a gift. Awesome gift, by the way. This is a great way just to put a quick note in here on how to mix everything to get the optimal chocolate chip cookie. So we have these two for Christmas. We have these two for autumn. And you can write whatever you want here, or you can place stickers there. But these are just so easy to make and so much fun to make. And anytime we have something this cute, we definitely need a holder for it. And that's exactly what we're going to make. Okay guys, so we are going to make the outside cover for our assortment of file folders. And I'm going with a very neutral outside because I am going to have a mixture of folders in my box, and I will have, eventually I'll have some Easter as well as some Valentine's. So what I have here is a 12 by 12 piece of decorative lightweight cardstock. And then I have 3 pieces of medium weight chipboard. I have a piece that measures 2.5 by 6 1/8. I have a piece that measures 2 by 6 1/8. And I have a piece that measures 4.5 by 6 1/8. So before we move on in the project, guys, I want to say something about lightweight cardstock. When I say lightweight cardstock has varying degrees of weight. So for me, when I'm saying lightweight cardstock, I mean any cardstock that without any type of reinforcement would not be suitable for making a box. So I could not take this paper and fold it and have a structurally sturdy box. So for me, that is what I mean when I say lightweight cardstock. I get a whole bunch of comments asking for the exact weight of a paper that I'm using. And I'm not always able to answer that. But when I refer to lightweight cardstock, it really is light cardstock that you could very easily run through your printer, would not be able to make a standalone box out of it. So that's what I mean when I say lightweight cardstock. So now that we have our lightweight cardstock at 12 by 12, I am going to take my pieces and I am going to start with my piece that measures 2.5 by 6 1/8. I am going to take that piece and I am going to place it down just like this. Then I am going to take my piece that is 2 by 6 1/8 and I am going to peel back that tape liner, if I can grab it. I'm going to place it down using about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. And then I'm going to take my piece that measures 4.5 by 6 1/8 and I am going to place that down using about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. So then I am going to take my finger blade and I am just going to remove my excess, but I'll be saving it because I'll be able to use it as scrap. So now that I have my pieces laid down, I can use my stylus just to go around the chipboard and the paper. This lightweight cardstock normally does not have a tendency to crack, but if you do experience any cracking with your paper, try this technique because it won't always eliminate it, but it can help to minimize it. So now I'm going to take my paper, fold it over that chipboard just to get my creases. And then I am going to come back in and I am going to miter my edges. And that simply means that when I fold it this way and I fold it this way, I created a little X. And I am just going to cut right through that middle. And so now I'm just going to take my glue. You can do this with tape, but my glue is what is next to me right now. So I'm going to take my Reptile Glue, place glue on all 4 pieces here, these edge pieces. And then we'll just get this stuck down. And we're on our way. This will be a very simple and rustic little box, but it's going to be so cute when we're finished. And then I'll just go along the outside, go along the edges, and I'm sure some of you are wondering why I'm using the smaller spatula. I was using it on another project earlier, and it just happens to be the one that was most handy, and I always tend to grab whatever's most handy for me. So we have it like this, and this is how this is going to sit. So we are going to need an inside liner piece to place right here. All right, guys, so we are going to place our liner piece, and I have this liner piece that measures 9 by 6. And it's some leftover scrap, so I am just going to place it down as the liner piece on this particular project. It has snowflakes on it, but that's going to be all right because we are still using scraps whenever we can to avoid creating more scraps. So I have placed glue on all 4 sides of this. I am going to take this piece and we'll get it stuck. I'm going to use my paper towel just to come in here and get that glue stuck. And then I'll use my spatula to really work the glue in and to make sure that my spines are nice and reinforced and don't have any bubbling. So I'm going to stand it up and I'll show you what I mean by bubbling. You can see right there I have that little bubbling, and to fix that, it's very simple. You just start pressing down and pressing glue in the direction of where that bubbling is taking place, and then you can work that bubbling out and you can see that it's gone. So we have this, and this is actually how we're going to make this. We are not going to add hard side pieces. We're actually going to do a very simple wraparound that will create the way that we hold this in place. Okay guys, so to make our wraparound piece, I have a piece that measures 2 by 12, and all I'm going to do is what y'all see me doing all of the time. I am just going to fold this into thirds, and then we're going to cut it in half to make a very simple but very cute wraparound. So I am going to take my glue, place some glue right here in the center, take one section of this, place it down to get it stuck, and then I'll take my glue, place glue on this part here, fold that over, and we'll get that stuck. Now I'm going to take this and just fold it in half, and then I'm going to cut it. And so now I have two pieces that I'll be able to wrap around on this end as well as all the way to the back. So what I'm going to do is I want to just nip this into just a little shape, nothing over the top. I'm just going to make it a little cute. And so once I have it the way that I want it, I am simply going to take this piece and glue it down. So I'll take this, going to bring it in about right here and glue it. And by using that green, I get a little pop of color. Didn't want too much color. I think I have just enough. So I am going to do the other piece so that we can put it down as well. And I'll take this piece and I am just going to match it up with that one. So let's add our glue. I'll take this, turn it around. Everything that I'm doing, I'm eyeballing it. If you need for it to be precise, just pull out your handy dandy ruler and get to measuring. But I am eyeballing how I'm laying this down. So then I'm going to bend this just like that. Now I can stand this up and we'll wrap it around. But before I wrap it around, I am just going to take my little file folders and see how they fit. And they are going to fit beautifully. So guys, when you do your wraparound, make sure that you're not pulling it tight like this. You want to keep it squared. So make sure that when you do the wraparound, you have that squareness, not it pulled in at an odd and funky angle. So I am going to take my glue, place my glue, and I am just going to hold it like this so that y'all can see that I am trying to get it nice and straight. and squared. And when I think I do have it, then I will just make sure that I get that stuck. And then I'm going to do that same process over here because I want to make sure that I am not pulling so tight that I am pulling it in like that. So I am going to take my glue, place my glue on there, get it nice and even. I'm going to hold this just to make sure that I am not pulling it out of alignment and that I still have that nice squareness. And when I know that I do, then I am just going to make sure that I get everything nice and stuck. And you can see that it's still squared on both ends. Nothing is going in. So we just need to give that a moment to dry. Okay guys, so we are in the home stretch of our project, and what I'm going to do, I am going to add this little piece of chipboard ephemera that says grateful. But before I do, I want to just add a few paper flowers just to give this some cuteness and some flair. So I am going to add that just like that, and then we'll add the word grateful. So I am going to take my glue and add some glue to my little leaf. And then I'll add some glue to this leaf as well. I don't want anything too over the top. And then I'm going to add some glue to the back of this flower. And all of the embellishments that I'm using right here are from Prima, right down to the word grateful. It is from a Prima collection. And I'll show you that collection in just a minute. And here is the collection. It is from the Amber Moon collection. You get so many beautiful ephemera pieces. And it's Frank Garcia. And this is Prima, so I did pull the word grateful from right there. So now that I have those pieces on, I am just going to take my word grateful, add some glue to these stickers, just to make sure that they don't come undone. And just like that, guys, we have a really sweet, fun little box that we can set out to hold our little file folder, cards, inserts, whatever you want to use them for. And this one is large enough that you could probably comfortably get 10 of these little file folders, even with what you would have on the inside. You can get 10 of those in here. One final thing that I think I'm going to do, because y'all know me and how I love my feet. I think this is a little bit naked without the feet, so I'm going to add some feet. Okay, so I am going to take my decorative little feet and my reptile glue, add some glue. I'm going to remove these folders while I do this, and then I'm just going to place these down. And it will not take long for that reptile glue to set. And y'all know that I like adding the feet to my projects because I think it just takes it to a whole new level. This was cute even without the feet, but then when you add the feet, it's just something super special. So I've got my feet on. We're going to let those dry, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, so I have my feet on and they're relatively dry. And don't you agree that whenever you place the little feet on our projects, it just takes it to a whole new level. It makes this look like a small piece of furniture. And so I am going to just set it down, place my folders back on the inside, and isn't that super special? I'll let you see what it looks like from the top, and then I will hold it flat so you can see just how stinking cute this is. Absolutely adorable. So guys, I hope that this super simple way to make file folders has inspired you to make them in a variety of sizes, because it doesn't have to just be this size. You can make mini file folders. You can make jumbo file folders. Completely up to you. And I hope that you have liked this project. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload a new video. And for those of you who are subscribers, thank you so much. Y'all be safe, be kind, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.